Hey guys, it's Gayatri here as always, and today I'm going to be drawing Willow Wolf from Piggy as a human. So this is going to be a little different from my other Piggy videos, like where I draw them, is because one, I have a sketch, two, I'm actually going to be showing her whole body, and three, I'm going to be drawing the background instead of being lazy, searching it up on Google and then putting like the map. When I look at Willow's backstory, it's just really sad, in my opinion. Well, like, she lost her brother, she lost her parents, all that is just really sad, and so I made her look a little bit sad, and she's looking the other way. She's not really looking at us, because, like, when someone's sad, they don't tend to look right into your eyes and cry out. They technically look to the other side, or maybe they look somewhere else while they're crying. It doesn't really make sense if they look at you like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. If they just cry, but they're looking at you, no one really does that, so, yeah. So I tried to make her hair kind of look like the wolf cut hair. It's like an actually official Roblox hair. I don't think it's made by Roblox. It might be made by Roblox. I'm not really sure, but it's called wolf cut, and it's pretty cool. I think I really like the wolf cut hair. It's not that, it's like, I used to wear it a lot on my avatar in Roblox. So I'm trying to make her hair look like that just because she's a wolf and that hair is called a wolf cut. So, yeah. I usually try to make the clothes like a little different from how the Piggy character is, but I just thought that her clothes are so cute already that it would look so good on the drawing. So I just made it the regular outfit that she already has, as in the skin, or technically she's not really a skin, it's more of an NPC because you can't really buy her, but yeah, so, but I just made her, what should I call it, her, like, jacket, I guess, or sweater, are just a little bit longer, so it touches her knees instead of just being, like, you know, like, kind of where her waist, it stops at her waist, yeah, and this is kind of how I draw legs now. I don't know why, I just kind of draw it like this. Maybe it's because I'm bad at legs, or it's just that I like the style. It kind of looks like Who's. Like, if you looked at it, it would probably be like, oh, wait, that's Who's, not legs. And then, or if you're a super fan of this channel, then you'll probably be like, oh, this is how Gayatri draws legs, which I hope is your answer. Just kidding, but yeah. The scarf is what kind of gave me, like, some problems. Maybe it's because I just kind of drew it that looks, like, super confusing. But yeah, it was really confusing and on how to draw, like, all the wrinkles and stuff. I'm not very good at drawing wrinkles. I'm not, like, a professional artist or anything. So basically, like, I really don't know how to draw a wrinkle as good, like, in the shirts and or in scarves. So I just kind of drew it at random at first, but then I thought that it kind of looked, like, weird, and I thought that just didn't look natural, and, like, it was just, like, too many. So I decided to erase some later on, but yeah, here it just kind of looks weird. Like, if you go out, I tried to add some more to make it look better, but I thought that, oh no. But once, yeah, I decided that that does not look how it looks. It looks kind of bad. But first I draw the little, like, thing hanging down, the scarf hanging down bit. And yeah, so I decided to draw the lines, but then I erased the lines later on because it kind of looks like bacon, and so yeah. So I drew the face last because this is kind of where all the emotion of the drawing comes in. It's because, like, you know, there's a lot of emotion in the face where, like, she's crying, her tears and all that. But first I actually draw her eyes and then her eyebrows, and I don't actually draw the tears because I wanted it to be a little after I color, because with just the black outline it wouldn't look like tears, it would just look kind of like some mascara or something. It's like running or whatever. I don't really know what that's called, but yeah, and I don't know, it would look weird, so I decided not to add it at first, and I decided to add it with a different outline after I color. So yeah, it'll look much better because I just didn't add it now, and so it looked like she's just kind of mad, which she is most of the time in the story, but yeah, I wanted her to be crying, so later on I add the tears, okay? So if you're confused, then that's the reason. So I'm done with the line art, and now it's time to color. So first of all, I need to merge these layers, and yeah, so I usually just do the eyes on a different layer because I don't want it to, like, erase the line art when I erase the eyes. Sometimes I make mistakes on the eyes, and don't blame me. I think a lot of people do. And so now I'm going to be starting to color. But first of all, I wanted to, like, crop the canvas because the canvas was way too large, and there would be some areas that are, like, kind of look weird. Just gonna say that. And as you can see on the thing, there's just some items like her revolver and stuff on the floor, but there are some pieces that don't have anything and it's not really necessary. So yeah, I decided to crop it, and so yeah, kind of like a square rectangle type of thing now. So yeah. Okay, sorry everyone. I just really needed a reference. So yeah, but it took a kind of a while to get a reference because all the other ones were like really bad like resolution. I don't know, it was like really blurry and it was hard to see. And then some of them were just so random, as if like they made like a Willow skin like for Minecraft. Which is not what I wanted. I wanted the regular skin. So it took a really long while. I don't know why. The other ones are just super bad resolution, like super bad. I don't know why, but they were. So yeah. And the ones I saw while trying to find the reference were even more bad resolution than the one I showed you on the screen like a few seconds ago. So for the skin, I did a very like light color. Like I know like some people's skin are not like completely pure white. So I made it just really close to the color Willow has, but it's like skin tone. Willow's clothes is something that makes her a little bit different than all the other characters. Like I don't remember a lot of them having like a like scarf. I'm pretty sure Pony has a beanie, which I haven't seen either, but he has a beanie. And then Foxy, I presume, has like a hoodie, which still isn't Willow. So yeah, Willow has like this really nice scarf, which is actually William's. When you watch the end of Factory, if you get the Savior ending, I think if you get any ending, you'll see it. But yeah, so basically you see that it's actually William's scarf that she's wearing. But the thing is that William's way younger than her, so I wonder why it's like still fitting her. Like wouldn't it be kind of like too tight, or something like that. But because like it just like they just show it like it's like a bowl or something, so it's like you have to like stretch it around your head or something to get on. But yeah, I have no idea. I just realized that Willow doesn't have the little like scarf thing hanging down. I just thought it was a cute detail. I think it's still a cute detail, but that the Willow skin doesn't have. But yeah, I don't know why, but like when I was searching up for references for Willow, I don't know why I should mention this, but yeah, I'm going to anyway. While I was searching up references for Willow, there's a bunch of them that says Brash and Willow love each other and they're boyfriend girlfriend type of thing. I don't think that's like true. I mean, like I hope they're just theories and not like they're just assuming and saying yeah it's true. I think they're just theories, but I feel like that's really weird. I don't know. I just feel like it's really weird. Okay, so I'm done coloring. But you might be wondering, where's her weapon? All your other characters have like a weapon with them. It's right here in the background. So the reason why I put her revolver in the background is because, well, in Factory, if you get the savior ending, which means if you save all the guards, then you'll get that ending. Sorry, if you'll get an ending where Willow drops her weapon. Well, it's not really, because you can kind of see Tigre's sword like swoosh through, but like it's really, I'm not gonna show that right now, but yeah, you can see Tigre's sword like swoosh through, but and drop her weapon, but she still dropped her weapon. It doesn't make any difference. Her weapon is gone, is on the floor. So yeah, I decided to make it on the floor because when you're sad, you don't want to like have a weapon in front of you. Like you could be like that, but like I mean, I don't think that's Willow. I mean, like I don't think she's like doing all this on purpose. I mean, like I feel like she just hates polices and all that kind of stuff. But yeah. Okay, so guess what on the Willow skin? She has blush or like makeup on her for her cheeks, which I feel is really cute. I didn't know Willow was the type who would pay close attention to her makeup, but I guess she does. So yeah, I decided not to add that dark color on her skin though because it just looks weird. So I decided to make it like a little thing, and it still looks kind of bad. So I decided to make the red a lighter color instead of the dark, guess really like vibrant red color that she has on her makeup in the skin. Oh, and I just wanted to tell you that you are hearing Untold Story in the background behind my voice. I don't know why. I love this song. It's really nice song. I don't know. It's like really catchy. It's like na 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 na. It's just so nice, and I really like it. It also comes when Willow is chasing you. It's just the beat. It's not really the words, but it's the beat is there. While I was talking about that, well, I'm on to shading now. So I just wanted to just try different shading techniques. I always use one where I just use an airbrush and like put it on like the hair and then all everywhere else. And the one where I did with Alex, where I just like took like a painting thing and then I just went with a smudge tool in and then did that little painterly like thing. I didn't feel like doing that for Willow. I felt like all the background and stuff would kind of make it a little bit overwhelming, and so I didn't add that kind of shading, but I did add the shading on her hair where it like kind of looks like hair, if you know what I mean. So I decided to go in with something else, like a little gouache thing or something. Maybe I make a little lines that look kind of like hair, stuff like that, and maybe it'll look good that way, but it didn't really look that good in my opinion, and so I'm going to skip this part.
One eternity later.
Okay, so after a very, very long time, I got the hair to look good. Now I'm gonna do the eyes. The eyes are the thing that I love shading because it looks so much better when it is like shaded with the airbrushing tool that I use now. I usually use soft airbrushing that comes with like the Anime Basics set, I think. I'll just keep the link in the description so I won't need to tell you guys what it is. But of course, it's a Procreate set and you definitely want to buy it. It's not sponsored by it, and also that brush set is free, so yeah. So before shading the before shading the other parts of the clothes and all that and the skin, I'm going to go in and do tears. So what I do for this is I take this like bluey teal color, I think, and I thought that didn't really look like tears, so decided to go with this color and make a really dark version of it, and that was too thick of line art, so I decided to, and then do this to her eyes. It's not the exact tears that I did with my sketchbook, but I didn't really feel like tracing it, so I decided to just do it like this, and so yeah, it turned out looking good. Didn't look bad or anything, so that's the good thing. So now I'm going to make a new layer and color this layer because it would just look good then. And as you can see, this doesn't look like tears at all. It looks like some kind of weird paint. If you lower the opacity, it'll start looking a lot more like tears, and it'll look a lot like tears. It looks really nice. So yeah. So after all the shading, this is how it turned out to look like. I think it looks really cute. So now we are going to go and move on to the background. So here we are with the sketch again, and I hid all my layers of her so I wouldn't get intimidated and like not fill this properly. So you'll know what I mean later. So yeah, I'm gonna start on the background. Pretty simple. It's just like some like kind of family portraits, maybe her brother William. I didn't really want to draw them all inside the portrait like super detailed, so I just kind of drew them as little stick figures. I mean, I don't think everyone's going to be focusing on it, so yeah, I don't really think they'll mind, but yeah. I also decided to draw a little like book where she might have written when she was little, and it says, "I want my brother William," and then there's a picture of her and him together. She might have drawn it, and it might just be a photograph. I don't really know. But yeah, I do use the quick shape tool a lot for this because my sketch was really messy, and I didn't really like my sketch to be messy, so I decided to use the quick shape tool. And the quick shape tool is like a tool, so some people think it might be cheating, but it's not really cheating because it's technically called a quick shape tool, and it's just like a tool to help you, to make it a little easier for you. But yeah, if you think it's cheating, then don't use it, person. So in the family photograph, at first I just drew them as little like stick figures, but I just decided to make it like a silhouette kind of, like if you know what I mean, just so then like I don't need to color it later on. So yeah, I drew William, and yeah, William basically looks kind of like her with like the wolf cut hair, but kind of, a little different. Well, like he's a boy, so that's kind of obvious that he would look different, so yeah. Some people might be concerned that the flooring is going through her legs, but she's on top of the background, so yeah. Oh, an interesting story about the shelf. The shelf has books on it, and I wanted her to be able to like read. So like, I mean, like she's obviously gonna be able to read, right? I mean, like they're talking animals, so they have to be a little bit smart, right? Okay, but anyway, so basically, I decided to. I didn't know what books to have her read. Like I just wanted them to be titled, so people know they're books and not just kind of some random thing with like, you know. So I decided to draw them as like book one, chapter one, book two. Book one, chapter one, book one, chapter two, and then like some of them are gone because she's probably like reading them or someone stole it, and so maybe this is why like she has like maybe it's not like the Piggy chapters, but maybe it's like these are the books that she knows a lot about the virus and all about what it can do. She had the cure in her factory maybe and all that kind of stuff. So it's really it's good and yeah, and I was really happy at the end of Factory that Willow was going to help us, which I thought was really good and really fun. So yeah. So sorry everyone, but I couldn't show me drawing like the book titles because it was really boring and it was just really slow, with a bunch of transforming and then all that. I wanted to write it to get like old timey kind of vibe where like, you know, like it's kind of like hand written and it just doesn't look good. Okay. I don't really know what she'll put in her cupboards, but I decided to add them because then it would look kind of empty, and I didn't really know what to put, so yeah. Oh, and forgive me, but I kind of forgot to write that line on, like, you know, there's those two cupboards, and then there's a line. I kind of forgot to erase that, and you could see that in the end piece, but it's not that vibrant, so you won't be able to see it as much, but yeah. So now it's time for the family portrait. The family portrait is pretty simple. It's just the dad, the mom, the kid, William, and her. I feel like Willow might have been about her, like in her teens by then, and William probably is about maybe like about 10 or maybe 6 or maybe about as old as George is now, or maybe a little bit younger because he's probably as old as George is now. But yeah, anyway, you get the point. So here's the dad, and here's the mom. The dad is basically putting his arm around the mom because that's just how family portraits are, and I know that that's most family portraits, so yeah. I decided to just draw blobs, kind of, and like kind of make it a little bit messy. It doesn't really matter because no one's focused on the portrait, they're more focused on Willow. So, yeah, you get the point. So I thought maybe Willow is in her room. So yeah, I thought maybe, yeah, she's in her room, and then there'll be like a little sign saying Willow, and then one saying TSP. If you don't know the Silver Paw, then yeah, that's kind of obvious that you know it's Silver Paw if you play Piggy. You probably won't be watching this if you don't play Piggy, but if you don't play Piggy, you should definitely play it. Link in the description. Also, you have my username, so you can follow me, and yeah. There's also this note in Mall. It's on the screen right now. And basically it says, don't trust the Silver Paw. I'm not going to go through any theories that people made. I have watched some of them, and they say, oh, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. But I'm just going to say don't trust the Silver Paw because that's what most theory videos said, and I don't really care because I'm kind of obvious in my opinion. But I imagine Willow like kind of like going to the mall and then seeing it, ripping it out of the underneath that little cupboard thing. It's not really cupboard, it's kind of more of a shelf kind of thing. And ripping it out, and it's kind of all torn and crumpled as it says here. So yeah. Okay, so funny story about her revolver. So the thing is that the revolver is hard to imagine myself, and I wanted to see Piggy revolver from Willow's weapon or whatever I typed in, and then none of them were really clear and I couldn't see it, so it was just in Willow's hand. Sometimes one of them really bad resolution ones and all that. And the thing is, it was really hard, and so I found this one that's about a custom cursor. You'll see it when I'm coloring because I need like colors for it. It might not be the exact one, but I'm just gonna say it's that because The custom cursor one is super, it's weird, but that's the only option I had technically, so yeah. Here is the background. Isn't this so cool, guys? The background turned out really good, especially the outline. I really like it. So, yeah. I'm not going to do any fancy shading for the background just because I thought I was going to blur it. Later on, I just decided I'm not going to blur it, but I was going to. So, yeah, just be aware of that I didn't do any shading on it, but I didn't actually blur it. So, sorry. For the books, I made them different colors. Like one book is red, or like a brick color, if that's what you want to call it. And then the other two of them are gray. One of them is red. Two of them are gray. I'm just gonna call them red because it's more of a red color. And gray, red, and then or like gray, red, gray, red, gray, red. That kind of thing. So yeah, that's the color scheme I was going for the books. So once I finished the wardrobe, I colored this little, I don't know, what is it called? Like a bedstand kind of thing. I think it's called a bedstand. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. Sometimes I forget, and so, yeah, I think it's a bedstand, and so, yeah. She doesn't really have a bed in this room. I think it's probably just her room where she studies, and then maybe, like, sulks a little, and then she leaves kind of thing. And I made the notes, like, this color instead of just plain white, because maybe it's, like, kind of old, like, from like book 1 to book 2. I think it might have been like a couple, like maybe like a couple months, and this might have became a little bit, underneath that shelf. It would have been dusted and all that, and I don't think Willow will want to clean it. So, and you guys just saw the Willow's custom cursor gun. It's in the corner. This thing, yep. That's the custom cursor thing. I don't think this is actually the one, but yeah, that's how what it is in the custom cursor, so I'm just gonna trust it. And I don't want to have a bad resolution one because or else I can't pick colors from it. So yeah, kind of destroys the purpose. I skipped the rest because it was kind of boring. So yeah, I decided to just skip it. And so here we are in the coloring of the floor and the wall. And so yeah, this is kind of how what it would look like. I think I kind of changed it at the end, but it's like, more of like a gray wall and like a floor because I wanted to kind of contrast with her look. So I made the wall a grayish color. Okay, so I changed a few things, and yeah, now we're basically done. So here's a straight up comparison. I just wanted to show you a comparison this time because usually I just show you the drawing. But if you guys were wondering the comparison, here it is. This is the comparison of a Willow and then the human Willow. I thought the name was just fine, so yeah, her name is Willow, and so yeah, I think it's really cute, and I think they really look similar, actually, more similar than my other drawings. It's pretty cute, and yeah, I enjoyed making it. I hope you enjoyed watching me make it, and maybe are inspired to do one of these on your own. And yeah, to show me support, please subscribe and leave a like on this video, and thanks for watching. Bye!